of rights, brutality, and extrajudicial killings.
You don't do shoot! 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 Where are you? Where are you?
Nah, what? Police, they get POS. They lie. They get POS. They owe me for my car. They got their POS come. I get every bit, my statement of account. Yes, I will give my statement of account out. Show us everybody. The police collect. Yes, with POS. With POS. Police get POS. You sure? POS come aside. My POS, I statement of account will prove them.
Yes.
Statement of account will prove them. When they find me come, they say that they lie my statement of account. You go prove them. The police know everything, their POS. Not the pay there. 75,000 I give them. When they stop these people, the police have POS.
Lie.
They have it.
I manage.
I don't see the way where.
You get your ATM there. If you say yes, so your man will go to the nearest bank. You go to ATM. Then some of them will have the POS inside their vehicle there.
Jesus.
They will do the transaction. It's not that I have seen two situations. In their van there, they are transacting business with these boys then.
Wait, is the POS linked to the SARS account or is that personal account?
Yeah, personal account. Who's SARS account? Personal account. Am I not having my personal account here?
Yes.
If I want somebody to transfer money, I will just give the person my account statement.
Okay.
And they transfer the money.
Yes.
That's what they do. That's what they do.
Yes.
It's not their right at all.
Okay.
To be shaking everybody that is moving in the streets because they are wearing uniform. If they are wearing uniform, is it a criteria for you to be searching people?
No.
Anyhow. Is that what the law says?
No.
The group. At least their work is good anyway, anti-robbery squad. But at least they should do it the way it's supposed to. Not you be harassing innocent people. Like this road now, I don't think there's any armed robber on this road. Why must they be harassing people? Because they know that these young boys, they normally come to buy goods from all these shops.
We have a state CID that operate before. So they can then come back again in a full force. Because for me, I don't like the way they operate. The way they harass people, the way they do on the checkpoint is very bad. So if he may ask me, I say I don't want them.
Like of the average Nigerian is afraid of SARS more than is afraid of the armed robber, and that should not be the case.
SARS has been, I read the paper, the big first day. SARS has been existing since before 1980. It's a good arm of police unit. They should be reformed and sensitized. They should employ people with sound, intelligent, and they should test them before they give them gun.
It should be, if it's scrapped, we are going to leave a lot of people unemployed. What we need to do is educate these people and tell them that that we should try and help each other, that you're making life difficult. You know, there are 10-year-olds in India that are developing applications. Why? Because they have access to it. In Estonia, internet is a fundamental human right. But here I'm trying to make a payment and the network, no, they go. I'm trying to pay for Wi-Fi, it's not going. How can I do e-courses? There are free courses online on cyber security, database management, web production. Boys won't learn them. They want to develop apps, they have ideas. But SARS go come.
footage was going on, our third panelist came into the studios. I introduced him even before he got here, but let me just do that again. He's Dr. Olufemi Otusonya. He's a clergy, also a social commentator, and he's a national leader, Youth Platform Africa. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon. You're welcome.
Okay, all right. So we've seen all the footages. I mean, over time on social media, we've been seeing this whole NSAS. But then this move by the acting president yesterday, Akpobon, let's begin with you. Do you think this is the beginning of the end of all of the issues surrounding SARS?
Well, it is a palliative measure
in
the interim, which is an irony, because SARS itself was a creation of people's desire for a rapid response squad to tackle armed robbery after the Civil War. It shows that there are things that you have a good idea and they can become a monster over time. So it was meant to be a short-term solution to the problem of escalation of armed robbery immediately after the Civil War and all that. That's now grown beyond. Because you must remember, there was a time SARS was just a unit under 4 CID, which is technically what the acting president is asking them to return to. Maybe not in that form, which is, CID work all over the world, socially intelligence driven, is based on prevention.
Exactly.
And all that. But these people have turned themselves into monsters, and they use the uniform basically to extort and blackmail. And they become the accuser, the judge, and the jury. And as you can see, they were carrying around POS, running the full operational mechanized business under the guise of being police officers. And it got to a point that young men between 16 and 30 can no longer carry bags.
Of course.
They will be apprehended and they will be dealt with and they will be robbed, which I think is one of the shame of the nation that we do. The acting president has done well, but again, this is why we keep saying the federal police is an anomaly. We should go back to the status where your policeman is a man from your neighborhood who knows who you are, you know his father, you know his mother's shop. There are things people like that cannot do. But the man coming from Kutuwenji to Katawanga, who has no bearing culturally, politically, linguistically, to that environment, is free to run businesses
as he wants. Okay. All right, Dr. Otusonya, all right, do you think this is a good move as well?
It's a good move. Okay. And we should commend the vice president for this. The acting president now, acting president for this. Because over time we've seen what the SACs have been doing. They are to protect the citizen, but instead of protecting them, they are acting sometimes as a robber. I have seen them on the streets. I get it, if you are holding maybe a laptop, as you have said, young men holding a laptop, they will come to them, they will check the laptops, and they will say, okay, you are Yahoo guy.
There's always something.
There's always something. Now, if they now got that, okay, truly they are Yahoo guys, they have a relationship with them. They collect money from these people. I get it. And we are praying that all these things should leave our land. But these SACs people, they are bringing it back because they have a relationship, because they are doing it because of money. They're not doing it because they want to protect the nation. They're not doing it because they want to, they are doing something on the right of what they have told them to do. But they are doing it because they want to acquire money from these people. Sometimes they will just put on gun on some youths. If you go, I will shoot you. I get it. And they will search the car, they can search the car, they do all these things. So the move is very good. I get it now. And I believe by doing this, we can eradicate such acts in our society.
All right, Chooks. Now, in addition to the overhaul of SARS, the acting president has also asked the IG to make sure that, the new and reformed, SARS should be intelligence-driven. Their focus should now be on the prevention and detection. Now, seeing our history as a people, where even data collation is a major challenge and all of that, intelligence gathering, how is that going to work, really? We always have a fire brigade approach to things. You know what I'm trying to say? How is this going to work?
Okay, I think I want to start by saying that Somebody was making a joke this morning on the internet, and he says, "Thank you, acting president. I think Mr. President should extend his vacation." No, that's funny, but it just tells you how much people needed things to change. When people begin to speak like that, it tells you how much things have gone bad. And I will not condemn SARS entirely.
Okay.
Because to date, I'm still part of the people saying that restructuring is not the solution. Yes, I think we have a lot of things in place to make this country work. The problem is that some of those structures have been bastardized. Either they are not functioning or some people have taken it to do something else. Okay. The idea of anti-robbery squad was to safeguard citizens. Somebody has turned it to something else. It doesn't mean we should scrap it, but we need to reform it and make sure it does what exactly it was designed to do. Okay. Let me give you an example. Some 3 weeks ago, I was traveling from Lagos to Onitsha. I was taking my kids on holiday to stay with my mom, and around Benin Bypass, before Benin Bypass, I met the first SARS squad. They stopped me with my friend and my kids, and he didn't bother about the children. That was not the fun. Because the guy, what do you have in your boot? Open my boot, search, turn the bags and everything, give me your license, your papers and all that. We went through all that. At the end, he said, "Go." That's a SARS man. Then by the time we got up by the time you leave the first part of the bypass to the second one, we made the second one. They looked into the car, and the guy flagged me down. I stopped. He looked at the car, saw me and my friend and my kids, and he says, "Sir, where are you going?" I said, "I'm taking my children to my mom." And he said, "Okay, please can you come down?" I came down, and he now opened the back door. I went to my daughter and said, "Hi, how are you?" My daughter said, "Fine. So, where is your dad?" And my daughter just bent and said, "That's my dad." Okay. And he says, "Oh, okay." Okay. He now told me, "You know why I did this?" He said, "No." He said, "Because there was an incident in Benin where during end of year graduation for school, a particular kid went for that event and never returned. And they found the boy somewhere in Oyo State." He said that was exactly how they took the boy
and passed.
And
I get what you mean.
That's why we don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. We need to find a way to reform these people. I tell you, if you are the type that was on the road every time, sometimes when I drive on the highway and I don't see police I feel very... I get but we need to now get down to the real reason why you are put there. You don't go there and begin to harass. In fact, it tells you also the way they are thinking. There was a time when you have a Yahoo mail, you are seen as a criminal. Because Yahoo, that's how this Yahoo. You have a Yahoo mail. Somebody needs to tell SARS a laptop is not entirely for fraud. That's it. Somebody needs to tell them that you have all those, does not mean these things are technology you can use to do a whole lot of things. But they are still stuck with that old thinking. That when a young boy is carrying a laptop, he's a Yahoo boy.
All right, let me butt in Chooks. But then how did we lose focus, to the extent, that it had to get to this before we're doing... Like, how did the police even lose focus to that point?
It got to a point like every other sphere of our national life, when our values are totally eroded. And let me quickly correct this. SARS is a unit of a department of the Nigerian police. And there are people, we have the highway police, that are supposed to cover the area he's talking about. That's their job. Just like the railway police. They are people designed as departments to take care of strategic elements of the country. SARS is a creation of necessity at a point when these particular departments were overwhelmed. And like I said, one has to be very careful about taking the bad eggs and using the same brush to tie everybody. But having said that, we must face the fact that the system as it is, the SARS operational element, is not working. For two reasons. We all know that at airports and some train stations, Nigeria and abroad, there are things you can use, basically, to find out any funny thing in a car. Just run it around it. You don't have to say it. And like I'm telling people, there are some states in the US where you don't have a front, there's no need for front plates for your number. It's only the back. And the policeman's job is to type in the number. He will get your entire history. And then he doesn't need to stop you. He will not stop you.
That is what I said about data and, you know,
I think that's what the acting president
that.
is trying to say. SARS has outlived its usefulness. So that's why the acting president said they should not join with kidnapping. Because these are ad hoc arrangements. The original ones are there. It's like, okay, let's say they are working on the railways now. And all things being equal in the next 10 years, let's say they have a rail system that works. And suddenly armed robbers start to use the rail. There is already railway police.
Yes, they're
the
supposed
job
to
is
deal with
to enforce it and use them as a tool. But not in the Nigerian mentality, don't suddenly hear special railway anti-robbery squad. Somebody will just come the idea that those who are there are not working. And you need to create another body to oversee a body constitutionally required to do the job. It's a problem of the black man.
Okay.
We don't really look at structures, we look at individuals. If I think that Mr. A will not obey me or will not do my work, I'll simply create another body to overimpose on what is supposed to be as a person. That's why when people said there's one officer that works a lot and goes around. You create an office in the IG's unit to tackle certain things. Why not use the same tools that they have and give it to the people on the ground? You create special people out of people who do the work every day. I know they are not competent. You think they are not good enough. But the same people you are getting are also Nigerians. So I think the acting president has done the right thing. But I think this government have not gone far enough. It's not only SARS. I can name a myriad of other agencies that are totally unnecessary to the cause of our...
All right, you want to say something quickly?
Yeah, I concur with what he has said. And because the Division of Labor and SARS has their own specialization, so they should work on their own specialization, I get it, and they should do it according to the law and the constitution of the land.
All right, Chooks, last words on this topic.
No, I think the problem is that, you know, because of unemployment in Nigeria, people find their way where they ought not to be in the first instance. Police is not meant for everybody.
Sure.
Like nurse, I told the nurse one day, I say, I think you should consider another job. You don't have a temperament to be a nurse. That's the reality, because sometimes we started packing all kinds of people into the Nigerian police, and these are people who don't have, they're not passionate about the job. When you see real policemen or real SARS officers who are passionate about the job, it's like the one I just told you about. You could tell that this one knows what he's doing. So we need to look at how we engage these people. We need to understand the kind of people we bring into security. Is a serious.
Let's not get it wrong. There are some police officers that are highly intelligent.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I have encountered some of them.
Abroad, when you see policemen, you want to join them.
Yeah.
When you see policemen working.
Okay. All right, let's look at how the viewers are responding to this topic. This one just coming in says, up acting Presido. Okay, I think a lot of people are really impressed with Professor Yemi Osinbajo. This one says, how would SARS have a POS? It beats my imagination. It shows there's complicity too on the part of the banks, because you don't go to the market and purchase a POS machine. You get it from the bank. So if we really want to investigate that,
they can tell the bank that they are doing their businessmen. You know?
Okay. All right. This other one says, good afternoon, ma. I like what Osinbajo is doing. Let him keep on with that. Please, I want to ask, where is your second person? I've not been seeing her for a long time. Okay, I guess you're talking about Alera. Alera is on leave. Oh, she's on sabbatical. She's resting. She'll be back. She'll be back soon. All right. This other one says, good afternoon. Kindly avail us with a phone number that we can call to report activities of SARS when noticed. Bolaji from Ayobo. Okay, I don't know, but I do know that there's a general emergency number. If you are in Nigeria.
The police commissioner has given out numbers to call for any officer.
Yeah. General emergency number is 112 or 199, okay? But if specifically you live in Lagos and you want to report directly to the police, you can use the number 070-5546-2708 or 080-3596-3919. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move it along. This other one says, thank God for the development. SARS are full of criminals. At gunpoint, they collected 150,000 from my brother, telling him that he bought chicken in cartons, saying it's contraband. This one came in from Port Harcourt. Good morning, host. Nigeria is a lawless country. Okay, moving it along. All SARS are blood-sucking demons. Not all of them. Not all of them. This other one says, how I wish Osinbajo is the president of Nigeria. Isama from Benue State said that word came. All right, I think Nigerians just want to see a leader who reacts timely. I think that's it. I mean, this is a good development, you know.